You may be getting ready to fire up your grill for Memorial Day weekend, and if you have any questions, guess what? You can get answers straight from the experts. Experts like Josh Hayes from Longhorn Steakhouse. He's here to tell us about Longhorn's Grill Us hotline. I had no idea that Longhorn did that. It's a great idea.
It is. You know, it's Memorial Day weekend, and with that being said, a lot of people are starting to bring their grills out,
right?
Get them fired up. And that's not a lot of people's expertise area. So we do have a hotline set up that you can call in.
And it's Sunday only, right?
Sunday only,
okay.
From 11 to 5 p.m. And I'm sure we'll flash up the number here in a second. So
right, and we'll put the links on local12.com and all that good stuff. But what are some of the questions you get when it comes to grilling? We were actually supposed to be grilling outside, but it's too rainy and cold out there, and we wimped out. But
a lot of the questions I get is how do you know how to pick the right steak to grill with? How to tell when the steak is completed and how much seasoning to put on it. So those things are probably the three most important things when you go to grilling steak. Okay, so give us a lesson today. You brought some cuts of steak. I did, and let me put a glove on real quick.
Okay. See? First of all, don't contaminate yourself with raw steak.
I brought our three most popular cuts in the restaurant.
All right.
We have our 8-ounce center cut filet. Mm-hmm. Which is,
fillets are kind of easy to tell because they're always like a round,
the most lean,
cut, right?
And they're very tender.
Okay.
We have our 11-ounce Renegade, which is a sirloin, a top sirloin, and it's very lean as well too, and very juicy.
Okay.
And then lastly, which is my favorite,
we
brought in the bone-in ribeye, which we call the Outlaw. And
why is that your favorite?
It has the most marbling in it, so if you see all the white running through it.
Nice and juicy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All this white running through it, that fat content gives the meat a lot more flavor.
Okay. So when you are cooking a steak on your grill, how do you know when it's done?
All right. So first and foremost, we use two different types of grills at Longhorn. We have a flat top grill, which is kind of what we have sitting on right now.
On top of
and then we have an open flame, or what we call fire grilled. And anytime you're cooking outside, you want to have it about 500 to 550 degrees. You want to keep it clean. What we like to say in the restaurant is clean and sheen, and you want to keep it oiled. So you can use a towel with some oil on it, or you can have a spray bottle, which I brought in right here.
Oh, to oil up your grill.
Yes.
Before you, I'm guessing before you turn it on, you would oil it up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also you want to keep it oiled as you're cooking and clean it off, so it keeps the meat from sticking. Canola oil is probably one of the better oils to use. It has a higher smoke point.
Okay.
So like I said, it also keeps the seasoning from sticking to the grates so that it stays on the steak.
Now we have 30 seconds left. You said the proper seasoning.
All right. So anytime you're cooking a steak, you want to make sure that the steak is seasoned. I'm just going to use one of these and season it. And
what are your favorite seasonings?
Well, I have right here with us our hickory salt crusted seasoning,
which we're using at the restaurant.
Maybe.
Unfortunately not. Maybe. Okay.
Just real quick, but when you're seasoning a steak, you want to make sure you start on one end and you boldly season it to the other side, and you want to make sure there's a lot of seasoning on the steak.
All right.
All right. So anytime you set that on an open flame, it's going to continue to fall through the grate, so the more season you have on it, the better.
Very good. Well, I'm sorry we couldn't grill today, but Josh, those were great tips. Thank you so much. Go see Josh at Longhorn, and we'll put the information on local12.com for the hotline. Now here's Tara with the rainy weather.